I just got out of a I'm not racist but conversation. We were sitting at the pool and one of the oldies came to join us and it started all calm. We were talking about history and geography and our passions and careers, what career she did. And then later down the line, it started with that the UK has a immigration problem. And I already knew, damn, this conversation is not going to go well. My mom asked, like, what kind of immigration problem? And then she was like, yeah, it's the Muslims. The point was that they're coming into the country, they're taking jobs, of course, violence. And then there was always like the point of, I'm not racist, right? Because I also have Muslim friends. There's a mosque around my place and the people there, they're super cool. Now, I don't even want to say that that kind of stuff is false or not true. Maybe there are really a bunch of people there that are doing all of that stuff. Introduce any group of people with different beliefs. There's going to be a lot of beauty and there's going to be conflict. But is that a bad thing? As I said, there's a lot of beauty that can come from it. But how do you ensure that it's beauty and not chaos? And that's always on politics. How do we create the right job, surroundings, the right atmosphere so that things like these don't happen? I don't know. I was going out of that conversation. I always just feel like it's so sad because, I mean, she's like really interested in history and we were talking about history, and to me it's like this is one of those lessons that history teaches. After the Second World War, we were bringing people out of other countries to help us rebuild the country. Yeah, in the end it's always the politics. Anyway, we're gonna get back to the grind and we're still going for 30 people reached out to today.
Yesterday's grind was not worth it at all. So we got my Instagram's looking empty. Not a single reply from any of them. My email's just the same. So, what is the lesson from that? One, they didn't even read my messages on Instagram, and they basically texted an entire chain. So it's probably just their chain that doesn't look at their Instagram messages. That would mean diversify the people that you hit up. And number two, more. Just like I did around like 16 outreaches yesterday, and I did them all with like personalized messages. Make them less personalized and do more, and I can just hit up maybe 30 people today.
The title, we hit 100,000 subscribers in 63 days. I was reading a Substack article by Sharon Srivatsa, and his first point was make content only you can make. And it reminded me of a book I did not read. So good they can't ignore you. And the point of that book too is do something so unique that you are the only authority in that space. I think that's also Daniel Priestley's point of like a lot of his content. Because really I have those things, but I haven't been focusing as much on it. I grew up in 7 different countries, learned a lot about communication there. Only I can say that. I've done this videography business and now been in Sierra Leone. Only I can talk about that. Well, kind of. There's probably like a lot more things that I'm not seeing yet that are genuinely unique to me that I could be talking about here. See, there's 2 ways you can approach content. Take longer, make higher quality content, or you can go on volume and make a bunch, which you'll sacrifice a bit of quality, but I think it'll kind of come back. I can tweak my content in a way that it is still always unique to me or has elements that are always unique to me. This whole thing kind of reminds me of April Lynn's content sprint, where she was like, make twice the amount of content for like a month that you would usually make, and then strip it down to half of the original amount of content you used to make and focus purely on looking at what worked best in that sprint and only using that to make the next few videos for a month. Just keeping that in my mind. I love that video. I'm going to be linking it up here. That's something to think about. Also going down more that line with my mom, because there's definitely enough things that make her incredibly unique that only she can talk about. So we're going to be doing a bunch of that. I'm going to write a plan for my mom, but first I'm going to keep going on the cold outreach. So what is unironically limiting my ability to just send out 30 easily, quickly, is straight up the internet here. Like this stuff is taking... I can't even access their website. You know what I mean? It's like, what am I doing here? But the prospect that if I can basically book them one night, they already make like $250 off of that. That's that's like basically if my content brought them in one person, I'd be making them 250 euros. It really puts into perspective that my business back home is kind of stupid, where I'm working with contractors and flooring companies. I changed my cold outreach message and now I write, have you seen Rixosradam's Instagram page? They're really popular here and they're huge. And it's a beautiful page. I think your page could really be elevated to that level if you showed more of your best rooms and experiences. And then I go to offer them everything else. And I remembered some time ago, I watched a video by Alex Hormozy about cold outreach. and he said mentioning other competitors tends to always get attention. And I was like, that's cool. It's not a bad idea. All right, mom got back from her swims. Today, we're going to be going to the old market to get a guitar. And that's exciting because that's the one thing I feel like is missing here. There's good internet that's missing, but it's also a blessing. But what's not a blessing is not having a guitar. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. You don't know how walking is killing your body until you are resting like we are doing here. So once you are resting, all the pains of the walk, they disappear and you feel your body fresh again, and you haven't felt like this in a long time.
What did she say?
The place is healing.
The place is healing, yeah. Someone just invited us to an Italian restaurant, and we were like, nah. And he was like, okay.
If you change your mind,
if you change your mind, you're welcome to come. I was like, damn, that's nice. I'm gonna use that for my business now too. But I'm gonna change it. It's gonna be it when you change your mind.
Lino, shall we go and buy something?
No.
When you change your mind, we will have to.
We'll have to go.
Now, here is the wood, but not the guitar.
But there's guitars here.
Where?
Right here.
These are woods.
These are guitars.
Oh, here are guitars.
Oh
Okay.
my god. Do they have prices on them? No, they're not fixed. Okay.
I didn't mention this when we were there, but we actually didn't get that guitar because it was overpriced. We knew someone who could get us a better one. And the guy was actually a little bit sus. Like, one of the strings broke as I was trying to tune the guitar. And he came then afterwards, after the whole thing, after we were like, okay, we're not going to get one. He's like, yeah, actually, you need to pay for the strings. And I was like, yo, bro, why are you trying to sell me a broken guitar?
I thought putting a mirror somewhere was an interesting marketing move because people like to see themselves. And so it catches your eye kind of in the moment. I didn't get it recorded, but I just got some more falafel. It was like at some suspicious street vendor. He wanted $1 for it. Absolutely no fear. Anyway, check this out. Check this out. I'm good, what about you? Thank you.
They are hot. Remember, Lino, these ones.
Oh yeah, we had so many of them. Those ones over there.
Shall we get?
What are these? Can I try that?
Spicy.
Yeah, mix.
Sipping the coffee, decaf. That's like a doughy, pistachio-y goodness.
Which country is well known for pistachio?
And I knew this one would slap. My brother? What's the dog doing? I love this as like a business idea because it's just free attention. Look at that. Perfect place. Glowing thing, music plays in the middle of the place. It's like, that's sick. I think it's interesting to think about again, in all of these stores, what actually makes any of them unique? Because they kind of all do look the same. And there's one store here that keeps getting mentioned, and its name is All in One, and it has fixed prices. And fixed prices seem to be a unique selling point here because people don't want to go through the stress of bartering. And so they would rather be certain that they're paying the right price, even if the right price is constantly higher than the actual price should be. So I was wondering, what if one of these stores here just had like a fixed price sign. Maybe that's a good point. Maybe, I don't know how that impacts the store, but it might be a good thing for them.